The Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for US Stablecoins Act, or GENIUS Act, is designed to fortify the global dominance of the US dollar in the digital finance era. By requiring stablecoins to be backed by US treasuries, the act channels global liquidity into American debt markets, reinforcing the dollar's role as the world's reserve currency.
The Genius Act provides banks, businesses, and financial institutions a framework for issuing crypto assets backed one for one with real U.S. dollars, treasury bills, and other cash equivalents. It's really strengthening the dollar and giving the dollar great prominence. And
Widespread dollar stablecoin use may fuel shadow dollarization in developing countries. The act boosts US crypto dominance, drawing global investment and aligning digital assets with dollar power. The crypto players are eager to join in. The global crypto market cap is approximately $3.91 trillion, with Bitcoin accounting for about two-thirds of the market share.
It is very positive. Clarity is important. Crypto does not want to continue to live in a place where it feels very gray, it feels very scammy, and it feels like it's unregulated. Bringing regulatory clarity is important as long as it doesn't stifle innovation.
Despite rising debt, the US dollar remains strong thanks to global trust, fundamentals, and investor demand. As per the US Federal Reserve, the dollar's international use remains steady and far outweighs America's share of global GDP and trade.
But if more and more people are using it, especially in other countries, then there's a question about whether the other countries' citizens are essentially funding US government debt.
With limited alternatives like the euro or yuan, the dollar remains dominant even as US debt grows. The paradox is more debt means more dollar assets, and that keeps global demand high. Stablecoins will boost the dollar's reach, but also risk creating shadow economies and financial instability. If misused or over weaponized, escape routes are likely to emerge. Still, in dollar starved regions, stablecoins deepen access and reinforce US influence. The Economic Brief, DD India.
Well, Dr. Amit Kapoor continues to be with us. Dr. Kapoor, is this going to create a new, sort of global currency or trade backed by the US dollar? We were talking about how UPI, I mean, it's a digital form of payment, but it uses the normal banking system. This is using a parallel system in a sense.
So, I think this is very early days for crypto. What we are seeing is the act that was signed on July 18. For the first time, there is an effort to say that there is going to be a formalization of digital currency. Bitcoin has been there, but look at the kind of fluctuations that have actually happened on Bitcoin. And that makes it very, very volatile. That makes it very, very, scary in terms of doing trade or investments, etc. Like it becomes more like a system which is more like gambling.
Right.
So if you really look at what we are seeing here with stablecoin, yes, it might bring in the stability, but very, very early days in terms of whether it can have a effect across the world in terms of, say, having an alternate currency, or this becomes an alternate system and strengthens the dollar. It has the potential, but very early days right now. And I think there are going to be reactions from across the world. And as India has always said, that what China has said, that then yuan should be the alternate currency or much more powerful currency. India says that rupee should be the trading currency. So people will move into that direction. And I think time is going to be, we will see that India will also move into that system, because if the global financial structures are going to change, we will also see other countries follow suit. And India will also follow suit. Other countries will follow suit. So it is just going to be a parallel system. We are just simply saying that when internet happened, everything is going to change. When crypto happens, everything in banking is going to change. No, it is not going to happen that way. It is going to be one of the parallel systems or an additive system on top of what exists right now. And that is what is going to.
So if it's a parallel system, Dr. Kapoor, is it foolproof? Because, has it been fully thought out by the US? After all, it seems to be legitimizing what many had seen as illegal for a long period of time. And, some people always felt that we needed serious regulation. India, too, felt that crypto needed serious regulation. Is this that regulation?
I don't think it is that regulation right now. You'll have to see far bigger effort in terms of regulation, because your question itself is an answer. Is it foolproof? Not at all. Because when you talk about cryptocurrency, like there is so much danger in terms of how that currency can operate, how it can actually get used. Because given the kind of circumstances that we are seeing in the world, like this could become the backbone of the global terror framework. We do not want that. So you have to have absolutely not what I call perfect systems wherein the leakages don't happen. Because Bitcoin will also mean that the traceability of money would become more difficult, which is not required. So I think still the jury is going to be out whether this is going to be something very good or whatever. I don't think it is a foolproof system. Many leakages, there can be frauds on top of it. You've already seen evidence across the world in terms of like how people have been able to extract billions of dollars of worth of bitcoins from certain computers, etc. Or people have actually lost money. So it is not that it is going to be something which is perfect. Anything which is what you call digital has the potential of what do you call broken into. You have to build systems like some. Again, you asked about UPI. If you really look at UPI, look at the digital infrastructure we have created, and look at the kind of security safeguards that have are there on that system. It becomes effectively foolproof. But when Bitcoin is there, it is a peer-to-peer system. It is
Right.
not going to be easy for us to safeguard. It is going to be a challenging effort. I think. We could be talking about it in the next 10 years,
Okay.
but still, what do you call, it is going to be a currency which is going to move up. The global trade has happened on a certain backbone. It is
Okay.
not dismantle that.
Okay, we leave it there. Thank you very much, Dr. Amit Kapoor, Chairman of the Institute for Competitiveness India. Thank you for putting all that into perspective for us.